You thought this was over. It's only just begun. Dark Angels. Yes, just saying those words bring up a whole bunch of memes declaring them traitors to the Imperium. But let's be honest, right? The Dark Angels are not traitors. Only half of them are. And that half maybe are the good guys. We don't know. Right, but in today's video, what we're going to be talking about is the potential range refresh for Dark Angels, because there's been so much talk about Azrael coming back, about a certain lion returning to the current setting. Surely this means now that if this were to happen, then Dark Angels are in the prime real estate to get their faction refreshed with a bunch of different models. So let's jump in and let's get waffling. Now, I personally thought the first chapter to get a big range refresh would be the Sons of Sanguinius, the Blood Angels, but in fact, it actually was the Sons of Dawn. It was the Black Templars. We got our range refresh. Was it earlier this year? I think it was earlier this year. Fantastic range refresh. So I thought to myself, okay, it has to be the Blood Angels after this. And now I'm standing here, well, I'm technically sitting here thinking, no, it's not going to be the Sons of Sanguinius. I actually do think it's going to be the Dark Angels for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, Azrael is coming out. You could argue, well, Dante is coming out, right? Yeah, Dante is coming out. But Dante is not getting his daddy back because his daddy got choked out like a chicken, where Lionel Johnson did not. So Lionel Johnson is going to be returned to 40k. I'm not getting into this, right? He's coming back. That is the end of this argument. That then opens the doors for the Dark Angels to be technically one of the big chapters launching 10th edition. Their Primarch coming back, their Primarch taking command again, technically, over the Dark Angels, leading all the Unforgiven, maybe, activating the Unforgiven protocol, maybe they go back into a Legion-sized force. We don't know what's going to be going on with the storyline, but we know that that big character is going to be returning, so it makes sense for them to start getting new characters added to that range. Now, let's start with rumors, because I know you all love a little bit of rumoring around this time of year. As I always say, these are rumors, so if you want to believe them, then believe them. Just because I believe them doesn't mean that you should believe them. All rumors are lies until they're proven as facts over on official GW articles. Please remember that. Right, so let's start with a new unit which I'm hearing about for the Dark Angels called the Lion's Guard. Now, the Lion's Guard apparently are going to be a unit that protects Lionel Johnson. It's basically going to be a brand new bodyguard unit for the Lion. I actually can't recall what the Lion's bodyguard unit was called during Warhammer 30,000, during the Great Crusade Horus Heresy. Any Dark Angel fans out there, please let me know. I'm sure they'll call it something badass. The Lion's Guard, the name itself, it does sound, I don't know, it sounds a little Lion King Simba. I don't know. Doesn't really sound kind of like, well, the Lion's Guard. The Lion's Guard is here. I don't know. It doesn't strike me with fear. Potentially for the models, I'm excited. I'm hoping like shields, spears, axes, plasma cannons, all the nasty things that you can expect. Because at the end of the day, potentially these chaps are going to protecting their Primarch like he needs it anyway. But you know what I mean? So hopefully they are armed and they are kitted out with some absolutely nasty weapons and can do some absolutely special things on the battlefield. And of course, Azrael, which I've already talked about, Azrael, the Lion's Guard, Lionel Johnson. This is just more evidence mounting to me that we're going to be getting like something big happening with the Dark Angels. Now, if you look at the Dark Angel range itself, there's a few options to branch into. The few big characters that they've got, let's start with the one that I like the most, and he's called Samael because he rides an absolutely amazing jet bike. I would love Samael to get a brand new model, a brand new jet bike, just as it is now, but just more HD, more fitting for the current design for Warhammer 40,000. Just pump it up, make it look absolutely awesome. The argument is, where do they go now with Firstborn and Primaris Marines? If you look at the history of everyone else getting new characters, getting new models, everyone is going Primaris, so it makes sense that Samuel will also be going Primaris. In terms of the jet bike, will he still fit on it? I'm sure Games Workshop call or mod it, and yeah, you know, they'll make it fit, they'll make it work, but I would love to see something like that. You know, Samuel actually leading a bunch of Ravenwing on a brand new bike and just looking absolutely badass at the front of that armor. The Ravenwing and Samuel story and stuff like that, you know, like the Hunters and stuff, some of the most badass lore out there. I hold my hands up. Absolutely incredible lore. So yeah, if they can spice it up a little bit and make it look cooler, then why not? The next character, of course, is Asmodai. Make him repent! Asmodai, we all know the meme. I'm sure he's going to be getting a new model, right? It makes sense for him to get a new model. He is the head chaplain. It's just like Grimaldis over on the Black Templars when they got their range refresh. Asmodai would be a part of that range refresh as well. It all makes sense. Again, Primaris format, bigger, chunkier, better. Better looking, more HD looking. It all makes sense for that to actually happen. Now, the spiciest topic a part of this range refresh potentially is a new Belial, right? Because Belial is the head of the Deathwing, the Terminators. And what do we do with the Terminators? Because there's this whole debate out there about, are we getting new Primaris Terminators? There's rumors out there that have stated we are getting new Primaris Terminators. I still think we are definitely getting new Terminators. I really, really do think that. I'm actually hearing a few things, which I'm going to be doing this in a separate video on Christmas Day, which potentially could lead to this. But I do think that with the stuff that I'm hearing about, Belial will get a brand new model and he will be in the Terminator armor. The great thing about Terminator armor is that it is literally one of the best, if not the most awesome bit of Space Marine armor that has ever been made. It's so iconic. You can't get rid of it. You can't replace it. So when I hear about, you know, Primarisifying Terminator armor, I'm like, how? How can you improve something that is already something that's already just amazing? You can't really do that. The only thing I can think of off the top of my head is that they just make a newer looking model, you know, more chunkier to actually put it up there with the scale of Aggressor armor, Primaris Marines. So when you put one of these firstborns next to them, they actually look decent enough. They don't look like, you know, little, you know, take your sons to work day or stuff like that. So that is what I predict with that. And I think, of course, Belial will get that new model. Technically, you can have Primaris in the Deathwing right now and not have them in Terminator armor. You can do it with Blade Guard, if I'm not mistaken. Dark Angels, please prove me wrong on that one. I'm sure I've seen Blade Guard painted up as Deathwing, and it's something in the lore that they can be taken like that at this point. Maybe that's going to change. Maybe that is not lore format. Maybe I've just got that wrong. But yes, at this moment in time, I'm sure you can take Primaris as part of the Deathwing with Blade Guard. I'm not too sure about new characters. Is there any new characters in any books that haven't got models for Dark Angels? Again, I'm reaching out to you chaps here, you Dark Angel fanboys. You're going to know more about me. Is there anyone like coming through the ranks who has been mentioned a lot and who doesn't have a model? Maybe they'll get new models. In terms of everything else, I'm thinking just upgrade kits. Again, just like what the Black Templars got. They got a vehicle upgrade kit. They just got like a normal, you know, infantry upgrade kit with a bunch of, you know, fancy shoulder pads, different weapons, helmets, stuff like that. That is probably what we'll get for the Dark Angels. Maybe, you know, like Dreadnought upgrade kits. You know what? A Dreadnought upgrade kit would be amazing. Dark Angels and Dreadnoughts go together like a fish in water. So to have like, you know, a cool looking Dreadnought, the new Brutalis Dreadnought apparently, which is rumored to be coming out, having that looking all Dark Angels like would be amazing. Like you can actually, you know, just upgrade like different pads on it and stuff like that. It'd look absolutely bloody Emperor fantastic. So hopefully, you know, Games Workshop do something like that. Anyway, that is enough waffling from me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I think it's happening. Just because I think it's happening again doesn't mean that it is happening. But I guess we'll see very, very soon, right? I say soon, sometime next year, when everything starts to drop. I've got a bunch of videos planned to end this year. I've got my predictions video of all the stuff that's going to be coming out. I've got my 10th edition box set video, which I want to drop on Christmas Day because, you know, that's a part of the fun and the banter and stuff like that. More stuff. I've got another video about Henry Cavill. coming out of, because, you know, that hasn't been talked about enough, right? But yeah, thank you all for coming. I would love your thoughts, feedback, anything like that. Post it down below and we can have a nice little talk down there as we always do. See you now. Have a great day and bye-bye.